live on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. So you guys can tune in on whichever one you want to tune in on. We're going to go ahead and jump in and get into it. Listen, if you guys have entered into the drawing of the Liquid Lipo, I know I said we were going to do it Saturday. Unfortunately, we did not do it Saturday because we didn't have enough people that entered on Facebook. Thank you for following me on TikTok. If you are on my live and are not following me, will you please follow me? So what happened is we had more people on TikTok to get in on the raffle and more on Instagram. I don't know if the traffic just wasn't good on Facebook or what, because Facebook is normally good. That's normally like my best platform. But TikTok was the best platform for this weekend. So we're trying to get a few more people. I thought I updated, but I saw when I did the thing, I put it on schedule to be released and it wasn't released. So it's not my fault. So please forgive me. Y'all know I'm a very honest person, but I do have the names and the people on Facebook that have purchased the raffles. We do have your name, okay? Have your Cash App, your Zelles, and however you send it. So today we're going to do part 2 on how to heal. On healing, on how to heal. You cannot heal if you keep pretending that you're not hurt. How can you heal if you keep pretending that you're not hurt? How can one do that? It's impossible. So today we're going to talk about how to heal or how to manage the hurt, okay? Let me say my grace. Thank you, Lord. Let me get a paper towel. Well, you know what? I can use this, so I don't have to get up. So we're going to talk about how to heal or manage the hurt. What you don't want to ever do. First, you have to be honest about needing healing. A lot of times people are not honest about needing healing. A lot of times people don't even want to acknowledge that they need healing. They don't think there's anything wrong with them. And then if you tell them there's something wrong with them, they ignore it or they get defensive. That's their defensive mechanism to get upset or to get angry at you. So it's what you don't want to do is you can probably tell that a person is hurting and needs some healing. You can probably tell because a lot of times outside people are the first ones who can tell with a person who don't know. And then once they realize it, they keep denying it because they are living in a world of denial at this point. What am I eating? I'm eating Progresso soup mixed with some shrimp and some rice noodles. I had a few rice noodles left over from last night. So I'm eating them. And I just threw some shrimp over in here. All I'm eating. So what you don't want to do is minimize your pain and the suffering that you're going through. In order to try and heal or in order to try and manage your hurt, what you're going through, you have to try not to minimize the pain or the suffering, what you're going through. And you have to feel your pain. You have to feel it before you can know how to start healing. You have to feel it to know where to start or who to talk to about healing. Be careful who you talk to about your healing. Because here's the thing. People are going, and I know at some point when you're hurt, you want to talk to people. We need a shoulder to cry on. That's what we do. But, oh, my mom having lunch with me today? Oh. I thought my moderator was having lunch with me today. She said no. So, if you don't know that you're hurt, it's a totally different situation. This right here, this live is for people who kind of realize that they're hurt, but don't know that they're hurt, but know that they need some help and know that they need for that hurt to be managed. Don't y'all hate her not having lunch with me? I don't have nobody to talk to at lunch no more. I just be sitting by myself now.
Once I get some kids like I want them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Because I actually want to start eating with them because they eat and run around the room.
Oh, so once you get them acclimated to you being in there, when you come in, they.
And then that's why I said when Janelle come back, I can eat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm so sorry. So, again, if you are not one who's trying to minimize or manage your hurt or do anything about your hurt, this life is not for you. I remind you to exit left now. This is for people like myself. I manage my hurt. because I deal with a lot of trauma. I deal with molestation. I deal with other things, childhood trauma. So mine is managed. And I told you all on yesterday's live, part 1. This is part 2. I manage mine by therapy. There's nothing wrong with going to therapy. Don't let people make y'all think it's something wrong with going to therapy because it's not. That way you're able to go about your daily chores and not let all your trauma be triggered, because you're gonna see triggers. You're gonna see them daily sometimes, but you have to know how to deal with them. Don't try to be protected from your pain or from your hurt. Don't because when you get people to try and protect you from it so much, it's still hard to get healing. And these are some things that I learned through therapy. Don't so much, and when I say, let me break it down to you. When I say don't try to be really protective, if you allow somebody to protect you from it all the time, allow somebody to always say, what you messing with her for? Ain't nothing wrong with her. Yes, it is something wrong. They don't have to say it, but when you all are by yourself, make sure you let that person know, yes, I'm hurting. Yes, I'm going through something. Yes, I need some help. Because you never know. You may be the very one to give that person the help that they need. Don't allow people who don't know you and who don't understand your pain and your situation try and tell you, girl, you shouldn't be going through this. You shouldn't be going through that. Can't nobody tell you how long to hurt. Can't nobody tell you how long you should lay there and waddle in that hurt. They don't know what it took to get you there. They don't know what happened to you that got you to that point. They haven't gone through the same experiences that you're going through. So they don't know your emotional battles. When people don't know your emotional battles, don't allow them to come in and try and run your life. And here's the thing, I'm going to say this. And this is not against no pastors, no mamas, no grandmamas, no nobody. All your pastors and grandmamas ain't right. They all ain't right. When somebody's telling you the opposite of the way that when you go and you tell somebody that you're hurting, and when you really know deep down within that you hurt and you need help, and they're telling you, oh, get over it, sweep it under the rug. No. We've been told that all our life, sweep it under the rug. We've been told that in the church far too long, sweep it under the rug. Let's pray about it. No, it's time to do something about it. It's time to do something about my hurt. It's time to do something about my pain. It's time to do something about these late night cries that I have. It's time to do something about when I watch a Lifetime movie, I'm triggered by my trauma. I'm triggered. When you have trauma and you deal with trauma and them triggers come, if you don't know how to deal with them, you would find yourself thinking. And we don't want to find ourselves thinking, okay? Listen, we're eating and healing together on today, okay? Come on, touch your neighbor and say, we're eating and healing together on today. Sometimes it's not good to take certain help from other people. And I said that already. Others because they don't know your level of pain. They don't know the level of pain. See, I deal one of my traumas I deal with molestation, right? But I can deal with it. It's manageable. That's why I have some problems in relationships now. Well, not right now, I don't. But I used to, because I did not know how to manage the feeling that I would get when I would be touched. Now listen, let's be clear. I ain't the one that went out and cheated, but I'm just saying, I had a few issues. Didn't want to be touched. Let me put it like this, didn't want to perform certain acts because I had to do those acts when I was a child, when things were done to me, if that makes sense. So what I'm saying is, if you don't healing,
it starts with believing.
Hey, I've already told them.
It starts with believing.
Y'all, the church woman done came in here, but it's believing and accepting.
Believing and have faith.
It's believing, accepting, and giving yourself permission to be healed. Hey, how about? You got to give yourself permission.
Amen.
Give yourself permission and say, God, I want to be healed.
And you got to speak it and mean it. Hallelujah. And walk in it. Hallelujah.
See, I got my saints with me today. Hallelujah. Maybe there's just something going up in here.
Yeah, Lord.
I'm telling you, healing starts with you. You can go to all the therapy you want to, all the preachers and pastors you want to, but if it don't start in you, you don't give yourself permission. Watch this YouTube. If you don't give yourself permission, ain't nothing gonna happen.
And you got to read the word to heal it.
That's right.
The
Just gonna keep
word
repeating
that I
it.
get in
Come
my
on over
heart.
here. Come on over here that I may not sin against thee.
Sin against thee.
Come on here. Baby, let me tell you. The Bible say when 2 or 3 gather, we don't need no whole lot. Look at Mike.
Hey, yeah, bo.
Don't you bring that off and plate in here. When 2 or 3 gather. Hey,
Okay.
that's what I'm talking about. I felt that thing today.
In the
See, somebody needs to hear this, and I'm talking about it because somebody needed to hear this.
Yeah, you need to know
On
that.
yesterday, when we did part 1, my inbox was overflowing with people sharing their stories with me.
You got to first celebrate it and tolerate. You don't have to tolerate anything you don't need to tolerate. Okay, there's toxic. Let the Lord deal with you. Fast. Go on a fast and pray and let him use you.
But you know what? We have to talk. We have to talk as if it's people who on here who don't know the Lord, or if it's people on here of different religions
Okay,
who don't know. So we have to kind of talk from a therapist's point of view.
Yeah, and another thing, if you go to a therapist, well then take
I
the
go to
meds
one.
and pray. And ain't nothing wrong with it. Why?
Ain't nothing wrong with taking your
Wait a minute,
medicine.
people been going of other nationalities for years, and we just got to.
One thing I heard Bishop Jay say that I love him say, he said every Monday morning he go and sit on the couch. He said, because after dealing with on Sundays, he have to go and sit somewhere.
You know what? My pastor did. He said, I went.
And it ain't to say you crazy. It's just to say you need somebody to talk to.
Everybody, I'm getting ready to write.
Who ain't gonna judge you. Oh, watch this.
Tell them
Who ain't gonna be biased. Come on.
Yes, and I'm getting ready to write a book called A Safe Place. Stay tuned in about 2 more years.
All right.
You got to have a safe place.
That's right. And
Safe place in the name of Jesus.
And if that therapist couches your safe place, let it be your safe place.
Yes, ma'am.
Stop letting people tell you, "Dog, I wouldn't go to no therapist if I was you." They need to be in one.
It's all of them.
They need to be.
That's called dysfunctional family and friends. I gotta go.
Wait. Guess what? Number confirmation. Guess what my pastor preached Sunday at church?
What?
Baby, I could have started running around that church. He say, touch your neighbor and say, neighbor, it's time for a family reunion. It's time to get some stuff together in that dysfunctional family. Woo!
You know what? Give me that. You gotta take.
He say it's time to get it together.
It's just,
Ah!
And everybody's thinking they more than everybody, and they rather Peter to pay
Baby, I don't care nothing about y'all looking at me giving God praise, honey. I got a reason.
I got right.
Hey, because, honey, I'm out of my hurt. That's why I say my hurt is manageable. Manageable. I manage it. I manage it. Let's move on. Remind yourself, these are other ways that you can heal and or manage your hurt. Remind yourself of who you are every chance you get. Come on, watch this. They told you was ugly. They told you weren't going to amount to nothing. Come on, you hear me YouTube? You hear me TikTok? You hear me over there on Instagram, Facebook? I know y'all hear me. They told you were going to be ugly. They told you was black, ugly, bald head, didn't have no hair in school. They told you nobody wasn't going to get what they told you all the men was going to do, just rape you and run over you and run a train. Maybe a train was ran over you in school. I don't know. Thank y'all for following me over here on TikTok. I see you. They counted you out. But watch this. Remind yourself daily that I am somebody. If y'all didn't see the video I did this morning, the Lord laid on my heart a video to do early this morning, about 5:45 this morning. 5:45. I will be the head and not the tail. I'm not going to be nobody's tail. I will be the lender, not the borrower. I will be. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Come on. And I'm going to get everything that the cankerworm stole. I'm getting it back. Come on. You got to believe that thing. It starts with you. It starts right here. You got to believe it. Then when you believe it in your heart, in your mind, transfer it to your heart. Oh, watch this. Because guess what? The heart don't know it's hurting until the mind tell it. Hey, the heart don't know that it's happy until the mind tell it it's happy. You stomp your toe. You don't know to say, oh, Jesus or oh, until the mind, until you feel that hurt and the mind sends that wave. Come on. Let's go to the next one. Remember time heals all wounds. Watch this. Remember, time heals all wounds. It heals all wounds. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, you should be over there. Maybe that's not your timing. Maybe it's taking you longer. Maybe you were out of your molestation. Maybe you had a baby out of there. Maybe they got you pregnant. See, I just went through molestation. Maybe out of your molestation, you got pregnant. Thank you. Thank you. So maybe your healing process is going to be longer than the next person because you got to see that child every day that you birthed, that you had from a rapist or a family member. Oh, watch this. Y'all know I'm talking good. Am I talking good today? Y'all know I am. I answer for myself. Yes, I'm talking good. Sheree, you're talking good today. It goes on and nobody ever want to talk about it. Never want to talk about it. It goes on. You may think or feel that you will never heal or be free from that devastating situation that left you broken, crying, and depressed. Some of y'all think you will never be healed from that situation that left you broken, crying, and depressed. But I'm here to tell you on today, you can be healed. You shall be healed. It starts with you. Again, it starts with you. But as time goes by, you have to give yourself permission to heal and start trusting the process. See, we have to trust the process. The process is what we don't want to trust. We want to pray today and ask God, God, heal me. And if he ain't healed you by tomorrow, you want to say, God ain't real or God ain't going to do it. Yes, he's going to do it. You have to trust it. Trust him. Trust the process. Trust the process. When you go to work and you waiting on a paycheck, you can't get that paycheck time you go to work. You have to put in 2 weeks. Yes. You got to trust the process. I'm trusting the process now because y'all know I was off on workman's comp for 2 weeks. So this past pay period, I didn't get paid. But guess what? I'm trusting the process. The workman's comp going to get it together. I ain't calling over to HR every day to my, hey, I didn't get blah, 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 blah. Now I called it first day. Hey, Monique, I called it first day because I didn't understand that email that I got. But when they broke it down to me, I said, oh, okay. Because I am in a wait. Well, I'm in what's called a waiting process with this on-the-job injury that I had. It's called a waiting process. You have to wait. I'm trusting the process, babies. That's. Thank you. Yes, tell them to tap that screen. Thank you, moderator. You have to trust the process. As bad as I wanted to hear my thing go ding ding, your direct deposit has hit, or ding ding, just look at do my face recognition and see my paycheck in there. It didn't happen. I wasn't crushed because I knew that it was already a possibility that I was going to be in that pool of waiting. And when I made that initial call, they told me, oh, you're in the pool of waiting. Oh, okay. I'm in the waiting. I know I'm going to get it. So you got to have in your mind, you got to know you're going to get it. I know I'm going to get it. It's just a matter of waiting. I'm not going to get antsy. I'm not going to allow my anxiety to go off and see. Let me tell you what I did, because I knew this would possibly happen. It was a possibility this was going to happen. I paid my bills up. I put some money in this account, put some money in this here account over here. And I didn't mess with this card. I'm like, nope, I'm not going out to eat. I'm cooking. Nope, I'm not going out to eat. I'm cooking. Nope, I'm not going out to eat. I'm cooking. Nope, I'm not. Now, if y'all saw me going out to eat, I didn't pay for it. Somebody else did. Nope, I'm not going out to eat. I'm cooking. So since I know this would happen, I did what? I prepared myself. He's preparing me for something that I cannot handle. You remember that song?
Yeah.
What was his name? Derek Coley.
Yeah.
He's preparing me. That's the only part I know really for something I can't handle. So as we move on this beautiful, terrific Tuesday, and I say terrific Tuesday because God woke you up this morning, started you on your way. Most of you at work like I am, and you're lunch watching me, and we are eating and healing together. I want you to know that all things work together for the good of them who are called according to the purpose of the Lord, all things work together for the good of them who are called according to his purpose. Okay? The devil be trying to tongue tie me with these scriptures, knowing I'm raised up in church. So I want you guys to think about what I said. If you have to inbox me, you feel free to do that. If I can't help you, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm going to just tell you, hey, I don't know that answer. I had like, I want to say over 17 or 18 inboxes yesterday concerning the initial part 1 on yesterday on healing.
You got your Christian counsel right?
You always say somebody ought to do something together. I ain't doing nothing with nobody else. I'm 53 years old. Everything I do not going to be by myself.
Hallelujah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Baptist.
No, I don't have my Christian counseling license.
I'm going to get mine.
I can be one though. I done been to seminary school.
Oh,
I
good.
flunked the first time and I had to go because you preach your first message, and if you don't, they teach you the ABC foundation.
You must went to homiletics.
Who? This was in 2004.
Homiletics. Homiletics is one that teaches you how to live.
I went to Arlington, Texas when I was living in Dallas. Yeah, when you don't pass, when you preach your first sermon, if you don't do your layout right, you got to go right back for another 12 weeks.
Well, honey, you know
My
what?
layout wasn't right, so I had to go right back for another 12 weeks.
Who cares? God already hear you. You
Uh-huh,
gotta be
because see, I was called by him up above.
not me.
But see, here's my thing. I went to a church, a small church, where everybody joined the church. They told you, oh, you called to preach, you called to preach. But after I figured out I wasn't called to preach, I said, I'm called to encourage. I'm called to encourage. I'm called to encourage. I'm going to say it again. I'm called to encourage.
Yeah, you're in the church.
But I'm not supposed to stand behind that sacred desk and do it. I'm supposed to encourage and empower from afar or in a room with an audience, but not behind that sacred desk because I don't play with the Lord. I don't play with God. I'm not going to stand behind it. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't preach to people and I'm not doing what I preach. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm sorry, y'all, I can't do it. This ain't stepping on nobody's toes. I just can't do it. That's the conviction that I get. I can't do it. But anyway, you guys have been wonderful. I thank you all. You all have been great. I got about 2 minutes to get back to class. But if you all need to inbox me for anything, feel free to inbox me. All right. All right, Instagram. I love you. I like you, and I like you.
Yeah, when I got on there, what they say.
I don't know. I agree. All right, TikTok. Y'all know I love y'all. I like y'all, and I like you. Thank you, Shay, my moderator. Get a help for some pickles, y'all. My TikTok numbers was down today. I wonder why. All right, YouTube. Thank y'all for being on. Are you sure you want to